Hi, everybody. I'm back again. This is another episode of Talks of Dan. Today, with Talks of Dan, I'm going to be telling you my thoughts about the final episode of Book of Boba, the Book of Boba Fett, and I'm going to be talking about a little bit about my own rant. I'm going to do a rant about Hawkeye 2021. Okay, so my thoughts about the final episode with Book of Boba Fett is actually quite simple. First off, okay, you you have all these characters in the city of Maz Espa, right? Right. Okay. So it starts off fine, and then after that, you kind of have all these extra characters in the mix. You have then also you freaking had these freaking little teenagers riding around in these fucking speeder bikes. Like, what the fuck? And then after that, you had Cad Bane. You had Cad Bane. You know Cad Bane? He's from the fucking Clone Wars. Okay, so you have Cad Bane. He comes back. He try to hurt Boba Fett, but ultimately he failed. And of course, Boba Fett had to literally stab him. He literally had to stab his bayonet of his rifle into Cad Bane. So that's really fucking stupid. But the fact that you should have just kept Cad Bane dead would have just been easier. But seriously, why would you bring back Cad Bane really just for him to fight Boba Fett and then just literally get stabbed on the fucking sandy streets of Maz Espa? Like, seriously, guys. Then also that, not on top of that, you also had droid dekas. You had these giant droid dekas return, and they freaking like blow up everything. And another thing that happened was you had the Rancor. You had the Rancor. Like, okay, you have the Rancor. Most people believed the Rancor wasn't around, but that's where people were ultimately wrong. Because when you saw the Rancor come back in that final episode, and you saw that Rancor basically ripping into those droid dekas, I was like, that's probably the fucking best part of that whole episode. The fact that you actually freaking had the Rancor basically ripping up all those droidekas in the streets was the reason why I actually liked the episode. It wasn't Cad Bane and or any of that, but it was mostly just I freaking liked the Rancor. The Rancor was really fucking awesome. I really think the Rancor was the really fucking best part of that final episode. That's my opinion. You can put your opinion in the comment below. Again, so that is my thought about the final episode with the Book of Boba Fett. Okay. Also, another thing I had to clear up to you guys is my rant. I had to do a rant again about Hawkeye of 2021. Okay, everybody. So I really think it is really stupid. Okay, so why the hell would you make a documentary of Hawkeye when most of the freaking world has already seen it? I mean, numbers usually don't lie. Normally, numbers don't lie. But of course, why would the hell would you want to make a whole hour documentary on Disney Plus simply by showing all the stupid little stunts they did with the show Hawkeye? Like, seriously. Also, not on top of that, they had to fucking show us like things that people already know. Like, okay, You have all the flashbacks from the Avengers. Oh yeah, you already have all the flashbacks of Natasha Romanoff dying on Vormir. You already know that. You already know that. You already know that. You already know that. Now, if you don't know that, then go back and fucking watch the Avengers movies all over up to Endgame. If you haven't watched Endgame, please fucking watch it. Those are where most of your Easter eggs. And also make sure if you haven't seen the original Avengers, please go back and watch that too. Just saying, just saying. So if you don't know what happened, again, watch Hawkeye on Disney Plus. But again, before you go and watch Hawkeye, please make sure you already know what happened in the Battle of 2012 and what happened in Endgame. Okay, everybody. So another thing I want to mention is about this rant with Hawkeye 2021 is the fact that, okay, yeah, sure, you have Kate Bishop. Yeah, she actually saw the battle happen in 2012. Yeah, we already know that. But hey, also, another thing I have to tell you is, okay, so why in the god name hell would they frickin' do the Avengers musical? Why the hell would they recreate the Avengers by doing a fucking Broadway musical? Why would you do it? We already know what happened in the Battle of 2012. Also, Ant-Man isn't in the fucking Battle of 2012. Not the original Battle of 2012. But hey, if you actually watch Endgame, you already know in Endgame, if you watch Endgame, you know Ant-Man came with Scott Lang, who is the actor of Ant-Man. He came with Tony Stark, Iron Man, and Steve Rogers, Captain America, to the Battle of 2012 in Endgame, where they tried to get the Tesseract, and they ultimately had to battle through their way of the Battle of 2012, and they also saw that, again, Loki escaped, and, again, he had his own show off the side from that. But if you haven't seen Loki, please also see that too. Because, like I said, it all comes together. It all comes together. Now, again, like I'm saying, I don't even know why the fuck they would want to have the Avengers Broadway musical in the Hawkeye show. Because it's like, really, dude, really? Do you really have to fucking have all these fake ass people pretend and pass off like they're the Avengers when they are not the Avengers? And they're like, okay, we're gonna do this Broadway musical, and be like, I can do this all day. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Now, if there's one thing all of us would want to change from the Hawkeye show of 2021, it is take out the fucking Broadway musical. Take out the fucking Broadway musical. I'm just saying. You don't need it. You don't need it. You already have the flashback childhood scene with Kate Bishop in the beginning. You don't need to have the fucking Avengers Broadway. I can do this all day. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. And if you don't believe me, check out all the memes. Go to the internet and look at all the memes they made of that. And then talk to me. I'm just saying. Check out the memes. Go back and watch the Avengers again. The 2012 and Endgame. And then after you do that, then watch Hawkeye and then see the Avengers Broadway musical, the memes. Check those out and then talk to me. Otherwise, I'm just wasting my time. But okay. Other than that, we are going to be doing something else. So we're going to be going to Screen Rant. We're going to Screen Rant, and we are going to... Okay, this is a follow-up of Boba Fett. Okay, what exactly was the fucking point of Boba Fett? Okay, what exactly was the fucking point of the Book of Boba Fett? The Book of Boba Fett has put him on the sideline from season 1. This has the viewers questioning his purpose of his own show. 4 hours ago. Okay, spoilers from the last episode. Now, if you haven't seen that last episode, I fucking told you in the fucking beginning of this talk. So, I'm just saying, spoilers. Throughout this first season, Book of Boba Fett put the bounty hunter on the sidelines. It has the question of overall purpose of the series. Book of Boba Fett, Tamira Morrison Bounty Hunter, takes its place in the crime lord and Star Wars universe. Series has told Boba Fett's story from the past and the present, and many flashbacks from Return of the Jedi were present. Again, we already saw the Tusken Raiders. You already saw Jabba the Hutt's throne. You already saw the Pike Syndicate. And you also saw some other Easter egg type of things. Okay, Book of Boba Fett finale finally ended with the threat from the Pike Syndicate. Again, the Pike Syndicate was basically what was in the end of that episode. Plus, you also had the fucking return of Cad Bane. You had Cad Bane himself. And he also had the droidekas. Again, droidekas. You don't know what droidekas are? Go back and watch episode 1, 2, and 3. And then go back to me. Okay? So, thankfully, the help of Din Djarin, Grogu, Fennec Shand, and others, they have freaking saved the city. Okay. So, Boba Fett's Disney Plus series has a curious addition to the Star Wars canon. But the Book of Boba Fett trailer has constantly teased his rise to bounty hunters to, again, the Tatooine. Because, like everything else, it's on Tatooine. However, the series was more about his backstory and updating his character. Unfortunately and ultimately, the show has faced significant criticism from fans and critics with sluggish storyline and marketing that did not match the series content. Most surprisingly, Boba Fett wasn't even the fucking star of his own show. Viewers thought of Boba Fett, what it would be about. Okay, Boba Fett had a long history in Star Wars. We already know that. He had a minor role in Empire Strikes Back and later was returned in Return of the Jedi. You already know what happened in Return of the Jedi. The Sarlacc basically swallowed him and then he came out of the Sarlacc pit. You already fucking know that. Again, he returned again in The Mandalorian and most critics and fans have praised it. Okay, 4 decades later, Book of Boba Fett supposed to show his character. The Mandalorian Season 2 post-credits teased Boba Fett taking over as the crime lord in Tatooine. He kills off the right-hand man, Bib Fortuna, and he steals Jabba the Hutt's former throne. The series also trailers were very vague, but the Book of Boba Fett director also had teased major spoilers from the show. The Book of Boba Fett, what it was actually about. Unfortunately, the Book of Boba Fett marketing did not match their series. Rather than lean on the elements of Boba, what made Boba Fett famous, the mystery of his iconic armor, or the series just focused more on fleshing his character and revealing what was behind his mask. As a direct result, Boba Fett has spent most of the series without his helmet. You fucking crazy. You have to be really fucking crazy not to fucking wear your helmet. That's the whole fucking job. If you're a fucking bounty hunter, you have to wear your fucking helmet. Just saying. So again, Tamira Morrison Boba Fett was entirely different than the original player of Boba Fett. Rather than act the way he used to be, he ended up being more diplomatic. Benevolent crime boss from Tatooine, the character basically represented the former Boba, only just a name. The mysterious masked character ended up going nowhere, but nothing but his underwear, in the episode 3. This iconic look and attitude defined his character and his afterthoughts. Besides adding layers to the Boba Fett, this series had expanded the Star Wars universe. You also had the return of Mark Hamill's Luke Skywalker. Again, not really Mark Hamill, because I talked about a video, and it's CGI. CG fucking I. CGI. You also have Pedro Pascal's Din Djarin and Grogu return. Set their future story, and Again, Grogu ultimately decides to leave his Jedi training behind to be more around the Mandalorian. In addition, the series it takes the cue from the Marvel Universe, attempting to make the Book of Boba Fett just like a chapter of a bigger Star Wars story. The move had made sense on paper, but after all, Jon Favreau, the filmmaker who has kicked off the MCU with 2008 Iron Man, is the creator behind the Boba Fett series and The Mandalorian. The Book of Boba Fett, what is their biggest problem? Okay, the Book of Boba Fett tone was all over the place. Was it just a dad comedy? No, that's a good fucking question. Because episode 4 featured Boba Fett hilariously chasing this droid around the Jabba the Hutt palace. The finale featured several adorable moments with Grogu reunited with Mandalorian, and it wasn't as, or was it a cold-blooded revenge thriller? I don't frickin' know. Now, unless you watched the episode, you would know. But again, moments after Boba Fett's comical droid chase from episode 4, he mercilessly guns down the Nidco bikers. And again, this addition to the cute scene with Grogu, the season 1 finale featured Fennec Shan graphically hanging the mayor of Maz Espa. Again, the mayor of Maz Espa is really fucking stupid. Just saying. If you had to take any character from that show that's really fucking stupid, it's the mayor of Maz Espa. Now, after 7 episodes, the Book of Boba Fett still could not decide what it wanted to be. Now, beyond this tone, the storylines were equally chaotic. Now, early on in the stages, the series focused on long dialogue lists, flashback scenes with Boba Fett with the Tusken Raiders. The show continually tried to justify the flashbacks by making the Pikes secretly responsible from the murders of Boba Fett's Tusken Raider family. Okay. But ultimately, these flashbacks slowed the series down and often served in to fill the blanks about Boba Fett's past rather than move the story forward. Another bad thing is that Boba Fett barely appears in the show. Most praised episode, the episode 5. Again, Bryce Dallas Howard directed this, and all about the Mandalorian. Episode 6 featured Grogu Jedi training. And since Grogu and Mandalorian go through more significantly life changes in Book of Boba Fett than a series' titular characters, this show clearly has a problem from the start. Why the Book of Boba Fett fails Boba Fett. Okay, you want to know why it failed? I'll tell you why it failed. Because after 40 years, the Book of Boba Fett Season 1 could hardly live up to his sky-high expectation. Therefore, the Boba Fett solo project, again, the show is not truly the true Boba Fett solo project. Instead, the series is a small piece of the bigger Star Wars machines. Now, overall, it does set more stories up for Luke and Mandalorian and Grogu and Ahsoka Tano than it ever did than Boba Fett. Therefore, the former bounty hunter arc from the series was basically non-existent. So Tamira Morrison character starts the series as Tatooine's benevolent crime lord. He concluded that same way, but in the end, the biggest twist was Book of Boba Fett is a series that was not really about Boba Fett. There you go. Now, I'm done with my rant. Now, we're going to just talk about something else. We're going to talk about something else now since we have Boba done. Boba Fett is finally done. And it wasn't even fucking about Boba Fett. It was about everybody else. Okay. So, you want to talk about more stuff? Okay, I'll talk about more stuff. Okay, we're going to talk about more stuff. if we can find more stuff. Okay, everybody, you want to know what happens for Obi-Wan Kenobi series? The next series that's supposed to come up on Disney Plus? Okay, Obi-Wan Kenobi. The release date is bigger than you would think. It's the real Star Wars Day. The real Star Wars Day. Not May the 4th. The real Star Wars Day. You want to know what the real Star Wars Day is? Go up and fucking look it up yourself. Or I can just tell you in this article. That's up to you. Disney Plus has officially announced Obi-Wan Kenobi's release date. Extremely significant as the real Star Wars Day. The real Star Wars Day. Not May the 4th. It is not May the 4th. Now, as many people think it's May the 4th, it's not May the 4th. Now, Disney Plus has finally revealed the real release date of Obi-Wan Kenobi. The big deal is that one thinks it's the real Star Wars Day. Now, the real Star Wars Day. I'll tell you the real Star Wars Day. Following after the Book of Boba Fett, their finale, Obi-Wan Kenobi is the next project for Star Wars on Disney+. Not only does the series go back to lesser explored timelines from Star Wars history, again, Obi-Wan Kenobi is just another prequel. It's another prequel. Yeah, it's another prequel. Again, Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen are both returning as the roles. Disney Plus has revealed very few details in this series and has dropped a premiere date for May 25th. May 25th. May 25th, 2022, which is the incredible significance to Star Wars history. I'll tell you why. While many have believed November Disney Plus Day would finally reveal the release of Obi-Wan Kenobi, they are arguably the most highly anticipated upcoming Star Wars projects, there was no luck. Now, Disney Plus later announced Ewan McGregor's Kenobi series would premiere in May 2022. Many people speculated that it would be May the 4th to be the annual Star Wars Day, due the May the 4th be with you, being the play on the words May the 4th be with you. Now, Obi-Wan Kenobi won't be arriving on the celebratory Star Wars Day, but the actual release date is better. Okay, here's why. Because Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 1 will be released on May the 25th of 2022. Yes, you got that right. Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 1 will be released on May 25th of 2022. That is extremely important for Star Wars franchise because May 25th, 1977 was the date the original Star Wars movie was released in theaters. Now, if you don't know that, you're really stupid, because that is when Star Wars actually happened. Okay, Kenobi's release date is the 45th anniversary of the original Star Wars film, the George Lucas one. The 45th anniversary of the original Star Wars film. Not only special for the entire franchise, also for Obi-Wan himself. Obi-Wan, also known as Ben Kenobi, made his first appearance in 1977, The New Hope. This means that both the date and the premiere are subject matter to the series of bringing the character back to his roots. Okay, everybody, we're going to keep going. So the 2022 Star Wars TV show will follow Obi-Wan from the time he lives in exile from Tatooine. This begins 10 years after he gives the infant Luke Skywalker to Owen and Beru Lars, the Lars homestead. You remember the Lars homestead? Now, if you don't remember the Lars homestead, you're really dumb, because they are really important. They reconnects to Luke and the battle Darth Vader to the death. Obi-Wan Kenobi's character has never been significantly explored from screen during the timeline. Therefore, Disney Plus series gives a more holistic work on how he grown up to be the incredible Jedi Master from Revenge of the Sith, the Tatooine's notable old hermit, Ben. Now, since the TV show will finally give a more in-depth look of Obi-Wan Kenobi's Tatooine timeline, it is very fitting this release date is May the 25th. It matches the same day as the original fucking Star Wars. The original fucking Star Wars. The original fucking Star Wars in 1970 fucking 7. 19 fucking 7. 1977. Got me? Okay. This is similar to the circumstance from Solo, the Star Wars series. Also premiered on May 25th, but not on 1977. Again, on Solo Star Wars Story premieres on May 25th, 2018. That film also returned Han Solo to his roots on the anniversary that happened from the original 1977 film. 1977. 1977. Now, that is really fucking important year. If you don't know 1977, you're really stupid. Because that is when Star Wars really happened. May 25th, 1977. Okay, enough of that. So considering now that Ewan McGregor, he's returning as his portrayal as Obi-Wan Kenobi, otherwise known as Ben Kenobi, is more likely to revert his viewers back to the late 90s with the early 2000 era when the May the 4th celebration became more popular. Again, the real fucking day of Star Wars is May 25th. If you don't know that, you're stupid. Because May 25th release date is more better of a celebration for the real Star Wars Day. That is the real Star Wars Day, everyone. Now you know. It's the real Star Wars Day. May 25th is the real Star Wars Day, not May the 4th. It's not May the 4th. Now, if you think it's May the 4th, you're fucking stupid because it's May 25th that actually was the real fucking Star Wars Day. Now, I'm saying it's the truth. Now, Obi-Wan Kenobi will release that day. All right, everybody. All right. So, we are going to be closing this out. We are going to close this out. I'll see you all around later. Bye.